Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to everyone. Perhaps it is Sunday, depending upon where you are. And it is a gloomy, rainy Saturday, at least here. And I have slept most of the day. Much needed rest, much needed rest. Prayerfully, everyone is doing well and safe and healthy. The weather is changing. There are a lot of sniffles going on. So make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, making sure that you're staying strong as much as possible, and just doing the right things. So, with that, welcome to my NFL Week 6 picks. Now, as I normally do, I go around with the standings and then I go into the upcoming games. And according to the latest reports, there have been quite a few injuries. Most of them are questionable, but there are a few significant ones. So I will tap into that throughout the broadcast. Your comments are welcome as normal. And I know a little birdie will probably have quite a bit to say about that debacle. And let me go ahead and get this out of the way. That debacle where the San Francisco 49ers tore my team up. Who's my team? Yes, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. I really don't think there is much more that can be said about that heartbreaking loss other than not only did, in my opinion, foolish penalties and a horrible D-line add to it, it was just a horrible display on the field. Again, these are my opinions. This is what myself and whoever else watched that game took away. Dallas, you have to do better on the defense. I mean, so many of your players were burned from the 49ers. I don't know if it's a problem within training, but you all need to get your speed up. Perhaps practice your 40-yard dash because you look bad. And if my knee gets straight and it's on its way back to recovery, I might be able to beat a couple of you. Let's see who's on here. Hey there, Melly. I knew it. I just knew it. Blackbird, laugh, laugh, laugh. How many picks did Dak throw? Blackbird, I have no idea. And as I said, I made up a new word, I-clue. I have no I-clue. It was just ugly. It was ugly. But I'm sure you know the answer to that. Hey there, Melly. How are you? Happy Saturday. Hopefully you are doing well. Heck, I'm going to block you, Blackbird. 3. It doesn't even matter, Blackbird. They look horrible. And not only that, as I said, the defense, my goodness, it's like it took several players to get a decent tackle. And then also one thing, and I understand this is a contact sport. I am not green. Okay, Blackbird, you're pushing it. I'm not green. I understand it's a contact sport, but to me, again, this is my opinion, the unsportsmanlike conduct, there's no place for that on the field. So let me just put that out there. And Blackbird, you little smart mouth you, I'm sorry, your little smart beak you said maybe 5. I don't know about all of that. We look horrible too. Yes, you do. I'm glad you finally can admit to that. Yes, you do. So, if you have nothing else to say about that embarrassment given to us by the 49ers, let's continue to look at the standings. All right. All right. AFC North, Miami is still sitting nicely, 4-1. The Buffalo Bills, 3-2. New York Jets, 2-3. And the Patriots, 1-4. Traveling over to the AFC North, we have the Steelers, who happen to be on a bye week, 3-2, along with the Ravens, 3-2. The Cleveland Browns holding on, 500, 2-2, and the Cincinnati Bengals, 2-3. As we venture down to the AFC South, Jacksonville, along with the Colts, both are at 3-2. Blackbird says, I'm in the fetal position. I wasn't even in the fetal position. Trust me, I don't know what position I was in, but it wasn't the fetal. But trust me, I was saying a lot of words that some of you may not have heard or would expect to hear. And as we go to the AFC South, as I mentioned, Jacksonville and the Colts both 3-2. Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans both at 2-3. And finally, the AFC West, Kansas City sitting on top, 5-1, while we have the LA Chargers 2-2, Las Vegas 2-3, and Denver 1-5. So that's what the AFC looks like at present. Now, to my division, which is the NFC, Philadelphia, sitting all alone at 5-0. Again, I am not a Phillies fan, but giving you your flowers. Congratulations to you, your team, your fans, and all that good stuff. Again, Philadelphia Eagles sitting all alone at 5-0 in the NFC East. And we have the Dallas Cowboys, who I mentioned just earlier, who fell. And they fell hard to San Francisco 49ers. Standing so far, 3-2. The Commanders are sitting at 2-3. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it out. I promise you I am. And see, Blackbird, you're talking a lot of stuff. I can't even get to. Wait a minute, Blackbird, I'm gonna get you yet. Hey there, God of Gods. How are you? See, Blackbird has been around for a little bit. Always has something smart to say. I have one more to get to, and then I have you, Blackbird. Blackbird says, Philly ain't played nobody well. For those of you who disagree, they've played 5 people, actually, and they've beat all 5. So, suffice it to say, they have played 5 people, and they've beat all 5. Now, next up, we have well, let's just do a little question. Who in the NFC East is pulling up the rear? If you're in, Now, Blackbird, watch your comments. I know that you added your little asterisk there, but watch it now. Oh, it's hilarious. Who? And this is for anybody that may catch the replay as well. In the NFC East has managed to win only one game. And we're in week number 6. Yes, it is all love, Blackbird, but remember, it's a thin line between love and hate. Now, you may want to dust off some old albums or Google that song, and it may resonate with the point. And here we go with more S talk. We beat the Cardinals, y'all didn't. Again, you conveniently tiptoed over the question, which was who at present has managed to put up one win in the NFC East. The New York Giants. Blackbird, isn't that your team? 1-4. You're not even at 500. Actually, your percentage is 200. So keep that in mind. Hey there, Arjap, how are you? Thank you. And surprisingly, but maybe not, as we go to the NFC North, the Detroit Lions, and those that have listened long enough, I've told you that I believe that the Detroit Lions will be a force to reckon with, if not the surprise breakout team. And at present, they are 4-1. Blackbird says, our quarterback is hurt. Our running back is hurt. Blackbird, I understand that. I really do. And prayers for a speedy recovery. But in all honesty, your entire team is butt hurt, in my opinion. Hey there, Shabs Blog. How are you? Happy Saturday. Next up, Green Bay in the NFC North, 2-3. Melly says Detroit. No, they did not, Blackbird. Of course they didn't. You know that. Green Bay 2-3, and then we have the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears that join you, New York Giants, with putting up at least one win. So again, the Vikings and the Bears both are 1-4. And again, Blackbird, no, the Cowboys did not beat the Cardinals. That was quite embarrassing too. WYM, what you mean they didn't? They lost, damn it, okay? They lost. They lost to the lowly Arizona Cardinals. Okay? Is that what you wanted me to say? Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I saw it, and I know you saw it. So yes, they did not win. They lost against the lowly Arizona Cardinals. And they lost against the 49ers. I don't think we need to revisit that. That's really painful for me to talk about. Next up, the NFC South. We have, surprisingly, Tampa Bay 3-1, the Atlanta Falcons 3-2, along with the Saints 3-2. And if you think no other team could look so bad, and if you think after 6 weeks, well, 5 have been completed, we've already entered, for all intents and purposes, 6 weeks that everybody should have at least had one win. Think again. There's one team that doesn't have one win yet. I'll give you a moment to try and guess who that was. Melly says Buffalo and Detroit will be sleepers. That's interesting. Buffalo, they too have some key injuries, but Detroit, that's a team that I'm looking for, and I stated this last season. So I'm not sure if you were around then, but I had a good time talking mess last season, and we saw Detroit actually do well. The Giants did well. However, I said Blackbird that I think the Giant season last year was a fluke because you have not been consistent. Detroit, however, they have kept their momentum and they're number one in their division. And Blackbird, I really hate to rub salt in the wound, but you're last in the NFC East. And yes, you did win one game, but the team I'm speaking about were sitting all alone at 0-5. The Carolina Panthers. Unbelievable. Black Sir said, I'm hating, but you might be right. All right. I mean, some of my picks have been spot on. And I don't have the inside, if you know. And finally, NFC West, San Francisco. 49ers. Sitting alone at 5-0, with Seattle 3-1, LA Rams 2-3, and the lowly Arizona Cardinals 1-4, and that one win was against my boys, the Dallas Cowboys. That really hurt. Yes, I did. I surely did, Blackbird. I picked the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. I most certainly did. And they should have at least gone to the Super Bowl. But let me put that back up. Yes, I most certainly did. So, let me do this first. And then I'll do my picks last. Blackbird. I'm going to block you. The Cardinals won. Yes! And that is the thing that hurts me so much. They only won one game, but the game they won was against the Cowboys. I can't even come back with that. And I can usually come back with anything, but that right there, I can't. I can't. There's no way. And I'm extremely creative. I can't come back on that. So keep on, little Blackbird. Keep on. And of course, Blackbird says, you can blame Dak for that. I think many analysts already have blamed him enough for many things that have gone on. Again, he's shown some promise, but that last game was extremely, extremely shaky. And again, to me, he's going to need more protection to avoid any Well, I'm not even going to speak it to existence, but I believe he needs to have more protection. And the defense really needs to step up, in my opinion. So, most noteworthy. And this is for the home teams because I'm here in the DMV. Let's see what Blackbird has to say. He'll get you to the playoffs, but won't take you to a Super Bowl like Romo. Okay, Blackbird. We shall see what happens. I'm going to say, as I said, maybe 2 lives ago, we'll see what happens in week 8. And Blackbird comes back with, just like Romo. All right, little Blackbird, we'll see. So for the questionable injuries, and I'm just going over a couple. For the Commanders, center Nick Sundberg, questionable, elbow. And linebacker, also questionable, Jon Bostic. And quite honestly, the way the Commanders have been playing, I don't know if that really means a whole lot at this time. What happens in week 8 is just a halfway point to me, Blackbird, and that's how I'm going to gauge how I think the remainder of the regular season will go. But if Dallas loses the next couple of games, it's going to be a wrap to me for their season. Hey there, Black Edits. How are you? Happy Saturday. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh no, you're laughing too? Yes, that was a horrible display of football. I've already talked about it, and I really don't want to revisit it again. But if you would like to talk your trash, have at it. Everyone else has. And for the 49ers, guard Ben Garland, questionable, calf injury. And cornerback Dre Kirkpatrick, also questionable. And as I said, there have been quite a few injuries. Oh, now he's laughing. How about them Colts? Yes, congratulations to the Indianapolis Colts. But we'll see what happens. The upcoming game. Now for the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles, cornerback Darius Slay is out with a knee injury. That's significant there, in my opinion. And Blackbird says the Colts have been winning. Absolutely. But Black, you're just getting here. I mentioned earlier, I believe that Detroit Lions, that's a team to be reckoned with, or at least one to watch. And Blackbird says Anthony Richardson got hurt. Now, there have been quite a few injuries. Hey there, Relaxing Mood. Happy Saturday. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Now, the New Orleans Saints, who've shown some promise, have a couple of injuries as well. Running back Mark Ingram, questionable with the knee, perhaps the MCL, and wideout or wide receiver Jarvis Landry, also questionable with an ankle. I'm doing well, Relaxing Mood. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well on this, as I said, rainy Saturday, at least here. Now for the Jets. This is a significant injury, and it's Aaron Rodgers, who's been placed, at least as of the 13th, on injured reserve for an Achilles injury. Again, quarterback Aaron Rodgers, injured reserve for Achilles. That can't be good. And for the lowly New York Giants, Lions won't do much in the playoffs, though. You never know, Blackbird. You never know. The Giants guard Ted Larson, questionable knee. Nate Ebner, questionable with ankle. Tight end Levine Toilio and Darren Walker, both questionable. So you've got a lot of injuries going on. So I'll give you a little bit of a reprieve, Blackbird. Oh, well, thank you, Relaxing Mood. And Blackbird says Aaron Rodgers is off crutches. Well, that is awesome. I hate injuries. I don't care what team it is. It's scary. I never like to see that at all. Miami Dolphins, who have been doing the darn thing, they've got quite a few questionable. Wide receiver Allen Hurns with the wrist. Cornerback Byron Jones, Achilles. And cornerback Jalen Ramsey on injured reserve, knee. And Blackbird says, I've been trying to tell you. And I've been trying to tell you too that your team stinks, Blackbird. But we already know this. We can see it in the standings. So those are just some of the significant, in my opinion, injuries thus far that have been lifted across both NFC and AFC. Let me see if Dallas has anybody that might be in trouble. Black Edits is laughing. Stop laughing at me, Black Edits. Don't you do that. Do not follow in Blackbird's footsteps. Now, Detroit, who I said is doing quite well. Hold on, Blackbird says, I should have knew you were going to say that. Dak stinks too. He did last week. I can't lie about that. So, Detroit, this could be significant. Wideout Tyrell Williams, questionable with a concussion. And quarterback, injured reserve, ACL knee, Nate Sudfeld. And that is Detroit Lions. So Detroit Lions, hopefully you all can come together as a cohesive unit despite those injuries and keep winning. Dallas Cowboys, cornerback CJ Goodwin is out. Pectoral. Linebacker Devontae Bond, questionable with the knee. Tight end Jeremy Sprinkle, questionable Achilles Leighton Vander Esch is out. And that's the linebacker, the Cowboys, neck injury. Oh. Blackbird says, Black edits. You see what I go through? No, Black. Don't believe him. And Blackbird says, no, Black edit says, I see. So again, those are some of the, not all, but some of the injuries going on. Prayers to all of those that are injured for all of the teams for a speedy recovery and that everyone stays healthy. As I mentioned earlier, Pittsburgh is on a bye week as well as Green Bay. So, early games. And what is Blackbird saying? Chargers going to bust Monday. All right. Would you like to do a wager? I'm talking a little bit too much stuff. Sunday, early games. We have the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens and the 2-3 Tennessee Titans. That could go, in my opinion, either way. Baltimore at first started off pretty strong, but they've been a little bit shaky to me. Tennessee Titans, they played pretty good. They're at 2-3, but the last game, well, it could go either way. I don't see it being high scoring. Man, let me tell you what you can do with that Giants jersey. And I remember that. $5 on the Chargers. I don't bet with monies, Black edits. We do other bets here. And one of them was having to wear an ugly Giants jersey. So, yeah. Baltimore, I'm going to say Baltimore over the Titans. I believe it'll be a low-scoring game. Pretty much decided by halftime. Again, my selection will be Baltimore over Tennessee. And I'll see what Blackbird and Black thinks about that. And if you have your predictions for the Baltimore Tennessee Titans game. Next up, now this actually, and I don't like either one of these teams, but I believe this is going to be an exciting game. The Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Washington, again, was 2-3, and Atlanta 3-2. I cannot believe the Falcons are at 3-2. That being said, and again, I don't like either one of them. I believe that the Atlanta will also walk away with the dub early on, probably within the first quarter. So my selection will be Atlanta Falcons over the falling Washington Commanders. And Blackbird always has something flippant to say. You'll look good with the Giants jersey, better than that Cowboys crap making your skin itch. Oh, that was cold, Blackbird. And Baltimore, okay. Hi there, Mama Hania, how are you? And Blackbird says, Washington, Black edits. Are you from the DMV? Have you done a history check on the Commanders, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, formerly known as the Washington football team, now known as the Washington Commanders? I didn't think so. You may want to do that. You can change your answer at any time. Next up, the Next up, the 1-4 Minnesota Vikings and the 1-4 Chicago Bears. Let me just close my eyes and pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, my finger landed on the Bears. So I'm going to select the Bears over Minnesota Vikings. It could be anyone. And Black Edits also selected the Bears. And Mama Hania is in the house. Next, we have the 3-1 Seattle Seahawks, who will face the Cincinnati Bengals. My selection there, Seattle. I think this will be a double-digit game for both teams. Could be wrong, but that's my prediction. Again, Seattle over Cincinnati. Black also said Cincinnati. Next, and I would love for this to be an upset, but I don't think it's going to happen, Captain. The 5-0 San Francisco 49ers, who again put my team, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, to shame last week in front of everyone, will meet the 2-2 Cleveland Browns. Outside of a miracle, I have no doubt that the San Francisco 49ers will also put the Browns away. Again, my selection for that matchup, 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Blackbird selected the Bengals and the 49ers. I don't want to say that's going to be a blowout, but who knows? Let me star that. Black Edits, are you sipping? Are you taking shots? Browns for the upset? I mean, things can happen, but that? No. I have that starred just to look back. And Blackbird says, I didn't think the 49ers. You know what, Blackbird? I didn't think the 49ers would blow out Dallas. I thought it would be a close game, but I did have the 49ers win. Yeah, you had to sneak that in, didn't you? And the Browns starting quarterback is hurt. Yes. So, next up, we have the 0-5 Carolina Panthers, who will meet the 4-1 Miami Dolphins. Seeing as though Carolina hasn't put up a win yet, and Miami, in my opinion, has looked good, I think there's no doubt that Miami will continue with another win over Carolina. So my selection will be the Dolphins over the Panthers. I'm hoping it will not be a blowout, but my spidey senses say it just might be. And Blackbird just said it. Dolphins by a blowout. See, Blackbird, I did not want to say it, and I didn't. I was nice about it. And also, Black Edit says, the Dolphins. Take care, relaxing mood. Thank you. Next, we have the 3-2 Indianapolis Colts. And Black Edits, as he entered, said, how about those Colts? They are going to meet the also 3-2 Jacksonville Jaguars. Now that right there will be an interesting game. And I'm going to say it will probably be decided in the fourth quarter. Perhaps this game may even go into overtime. And I think the winner would be by a field goal. My selection for the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars. By 3, perhaps. Like I said, overtime. I think it's going to be a close game, but a very good game to watch. Black Edit says the Colts. Okay. Next, we have the surprisingly 3-2 New Orleans Saints who will meet the Houston Texans. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I don't like New Orleans either, but I believe the Saints will win this game as well. It may not be a high-scoring game. However, I do believe the Saints will come away with the dub. And Blackbird says Jaguars as well. Looks like you're all alone. Black Edits, at least on your prediction. And Blackbird says the Saints as well. Okay, we'll see what happens. Afternoon games. 1-4 New England Patriots will face the 2-3 Las Vegas Raiders. Even though the Patriots are 1-4, I'm going to go with the Patriots. Patriots over the Raiders, who are at 2-3. Could be a low-scoring game, but my selection would be New England Patriots. So that's going to be my upset selection for this week. And Blackbird said, never wager on Dallas. Blackbird, please focus on these two numbers. Are you ready? The two numbers you need to focus on, Blackbird. 1 and 4. I'll say it one more time. 1 and 4. 1 represents the amount of games the New York Giants have won. Okay. All righty. New England, according to Black Edits, Blackbird says Raiders. Okay. Mama Honey is still hanging in. And Blackbird said, I wouldn't be surprised if New England won. That's why I'm saying you never know. So that's going to be my upset selection. And Blackbird says 4-1. No, I said 1 and 4. Okay, all righty. Next up, we have the 1-4 Arizona Cardinals. And I repeat, that one win, that only win Arizona has is against my team, the Dallas Cowboys. How embarrassing. And they will meet the 2-3 Los Angeles Rams. Hey there, how are you? Happy Saturday. Welcome. Next, Black Edis is sitting there laughing. Oh, it wasn't funny at all. Okay. Blackbird says, focus on this number. 27, representing the number of years. I knew you were going to come up with something crazy like that. All right. Blackbird, live in 2023, okay? We're not speaking about the past. We are in 2023. And today is October the 14th, 2023. And at present, October the 14th, 2023, the New York Giants standings are 1-4. The New York Giants are in last place in the NFC East. That is 2023 present day facts and stats. How about that? And Blackbird says, focus on this number, representing the number of years since Dallas has been into an NFC championship game. That was cold, Blackbird. That was really cold. That cut me deep. And Blackbird said, you're right. I can't argue that. You can argue it, but you won't win the argument. Next up, as I was saying, the Cardinals and the Rams. I'm going to do another upset with the Cardinals defeating the Rams. Yep. I'm going to select Arizona over the Rams. And next, oh Lord, what is Blackbird saying now? We all know the Cowboys will lose in the first round in the playoffs. We don't know that. You can speculate, but we don't know that as of yet. And Blackbird says Rams will beat the Cardinals. Okay. We'll see, but that's going to be an upset prediction for me. Next up, the Dirty Birdies of Philly. 5-0 against the New York Jets, 2-3. Don't think too many people will disagree. I have Philly in this game. The possible blowout. Again, Philly over the Jets with a possible blowout. And Blackbird said they definitely won't be in the Super Bowl. Okay, Blackbird. Hopefully you won't have to eat your words later. And next up, another very good game. The 4-1 Detroit Lions who will meet the 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going with the underdog, Detroit Lions. I think this may be a high-scoring game, but I believe Detroit will come away with the win. Again, Detroit Lions over Tampa Bay. That's my selection. Blackbird says the Jets could get an upset. Perhaps, you never know. And Blackbird has also selected Philly. And who should we have next? The 1-4 New York Giants. Again, I repeat, the 1-4 New York Giants against the 3-2 Buffalo Bills. Well, Blackbird, sorry, but I do believe, actually, I know for sure, Buffalo Bills are going to give you another L. And Blackbird said earlier, Tampa Bay, okay. And you're already admitting to it. Blackbird said Bills, but it will be close, closer than most expect. Really? And Blackbird said, you're not sorry. You're right, I'm not. I just wanted to soften the blow. Just wanted to soften the blow. I don't want to be too cruel. But yes, Buffalo over New York. However, I don't believe it's going to be a blowout, but I honestly don't believe the Giants will win. The Giants may not win any other games. To be quite honest, we shall see. And Monday night, the 3-2 Dallas Cowboys and the 2-2 LA Chargers. I'm going to select the Cowboys. I am not going to say it's going to be a blowout. Actually, it might be a very difficult win, but I have faith that they will. They better come away with a win. Again, Dallas over the LA Chargers. I predict it's going to be a close game, but we shall see. And Blackbird says, only me. Yes, only me. And Blackbird said that's possible. And Blackbird says, Chargers, baby, whatever, Blackbird. And Black Edit said, very difficult. Yes, I have to be honest. And the Kansas City Chiefs delivered a blow, knocking out the Denver Broncos. Final score, 19-8. Denver didn't even put up double digits. Stop laughing at me, Blackbird. So those are my picks and predictions. We also had the standings and some key injuries throughout the league. And again, prayers to all of those that are injured, especially those that are out. Questionable ones, you never know if they can get themselves together. Maybe they just need some rest and therapy. But those that are out, those are blows to your teams. So rain got me off work. Oh, okay. Yeah, I slept. I slept so good with the rain. Oh, it felt good. I needed that. It was a rough week. And Blackbird says, I can't help it. Oh, well, thank you to those that tuned in. I'm getting ready to prep my meal for tomorrow. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Right now, I'll have to see in a couple of hours what I'm going to do. And I do have a live schedule. I need to do a little bit more research. I've got a lot of things I really need to do, but I needed this rest. And Blackbird said, go back to sleep on Monday. I know, right? But those are my NFL Week 6 picks. Yes, well, you enjoy your day at work, Black Edits. Be safe out there. Everyone be safe out there. And for those that'll catch the replay, your picks and predictions, you can leave them in the comment section. So with that, everyone, take care and enjoy the remainder of your Saturday. Until next time, take care for now. Bye-bye. And of course, Blackbird, in Blackbird fashion, has to have a last word. Steve Smith, destroy Jerry Jeudy. I'm going to get you for that, Blackbird. It's okay. We shall see each other virtually again.